No bass, you better be afraid. Not hot, not great, you never been this way. No, 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 we'll never be the same. I know, you're screaming out my name. In the silence, no bass, you better be afraid. Not hot, not great, you never been this way. No, 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 we'll never be the same. I know, you're screaming out my name. In the silence, no bass, 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 bass. Balance, 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 balance. Balance, no bass, 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 bass. Balance, 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 no bass, you better be afraid. Not hot, not great, you never been this way. No, 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 we'll never be the same. I know, you're screaming out my name. In the silence, no bass, you better be afraid. Not hot, not great, you never been this way. No, 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 we'll never be the same. I know, you're screaming out my name. In the silence, no bass, 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 bass. Balance, 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 no bass, 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 bass. Balance,
Oh my God, what have you done? You naughty, naughty person. Drazzy004, thanks very much for the sub. I really appreciate that. I need to turn off my music. There we go. Let's change my glasses. I've got my wrong glasses on here. These are my work ones. Thanks very much, Drazzy. Have you subbed before? Dom Sacco the legend. Have you subbed before, Drazzy? I feel bad. I don't know if you. Because of my boomer brain, I have a list at the back of my notepad of all the people that regulars on the stream and people like that, just to remind me whose people's names are, right? Because you've got gamer tags, you've got gamer names, you've got Twitch stream names that are sometimes different to people's gamer tags and names. So let me know if I know you. That's very kind for you. Oh, first time. Oh, thanks very much. Are you in? I'm curious to know where you know me from. Are you in UK League of Legends? Thanks very much for the sub. I appreciate that. And you've reminded me, I need to update my sub goal here. I've got 15 out of 15, which is very kind. I did increase it about a year ago to like out of 25, and then I didn't stream for ages, and I had like 2 subs out of 25. So I was like, I need to move this back down to 10 or around 15. So I appreciate everyone's support of the stream. You know, I know I'm not the biggest streamer in the world, but I've got my little niche of UK esports, right? And I value everyone that comes into the stream. I usually don't get a lot of viewers on a Sunday, but hey ho, it's better to do a stream than no stream at all, right? For those of you who aren't aware, I've had quite a tough couple of weeks. My dad went into hospital a couple of weeks ago. I had to come home. My mum needs looking after and everything, and that was quite hard. But good news, he is out of hospital now, and looks to be on the mend. I won't go into the details and the nitty gritty, but that's positive at least. And last week when I had to do the school run and be with my kids and stuff, my sisters were with my mum, and then now he's back home. So that wasn't too bad, but that was hard to work. It was hard for me to focus while that was all going on. So I appreciate everyone's patience around that. And quite a few things to talk about actually on this stream. There's a few bits and pieces going on in UK esports, UK League of Legends. I mean, like I said, because I've had this difficult personal period the past couple of weeks, I have, I haven't maybe been as up to speed as I should have done with some stories and things. There was a good UK League of Legends story involving Ruddy. We can jump right into that, actually. I will say, first of all, something that's really embarrassing. Where is it here? Let's stream this here. So I did this article earlier on the new Valorant agent, and this is a Scottish agent, and they're billed as Valorant's first non-binary agent, right? Scottish character called Clove. And thank you, Echo, for doing this. I feel like a right twit because Echo has only just this second tweeted that, but I'm going to message back because this is just a stupid mistake where I've looked at the picture and I've just been an idiot. I've put she's billed as a Scottish troublemaker, right? And Echo's gone, Clove's pronouns are they, them, thanks. I was like, of course. I'm like, there's just a stupid error from me, so I have updated that now. So I don't know what to reply there. Like, I feel a bit stupid, but cheers for pointing out the typo. I'll say something like that, I think. Yeah, there we go. How are you, Jazzy? Do I know you from UK League? Do I know you from something else? I'm curious to know. Or if not, if you're new to Esports News UK, thanks for joining the stream. With that embarrassment out of the way, I'm going to jump first of all into the Ruddy story. Deanish, how are you? Deanish, thanks very much for joining the stream. How's it going? Now, have I got the right Danish right here? Insomnia, or am I getting muddled with someone else? Because we've got Insomnia. I'm going to talk about Insomnia. We've got Insomnia coming up, haven't we, this week? Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be there. We'll come on to that in a minute. Did I do an article on? Yes, I did do. Wait a minute, I'm all over the place. Let me just focus on the where's the Ruddy thing? Here it is. Here. Yeah. So Ruddy pulled off this miracle run in the League of Legends Northern League Championship, the NLC, to reach EMEA Masters Spring 2024 alongside fellow UK sports organisation Lions Creed. So this was really great for me to see this. I don't write as many UK League of Legends stories as I used to, but this for me is a nice UK League story, especially considering the fact that Ruddy, a couple of things, have a really good following. You know, they've built up this sort of loyal fan base. Don Jake and the Ruddy team have got this good sense of humour. They produce fun content. They've got the unique style, unique vibes. And last year, they've come close in the playoffs of the NLC to reach EU Masters, or EMEA Masters as it is now. And for them to get it is great, and the manner of doing it as well, right? So there's like 3 or 4 things that make this story quite interesting, I think. So they had quite a rocky start to the NLC Spring 2024. They'd signed a bunch of relatively lesser known players, but you've got some of those players that are doing really well. Turkish mid laner Alex has been making a name, and Don Jake's called them the chosen one. They just done really well. They started off not very well, right? So they had a string of losses here and there at the start. Anonymotum, how's it going? Thanks very much. You've been in my stream a few times, haven't you? How are you doing? It is you, Deanish. I'm glad I got that right. Sometimes I get things wrong with names because, like I say, I've got boomer brain and there's too many people in esports now. Just playing Final Fantasy Online and listening in. Oh, cool. How's it going? I would love to. Do you know what? I enjoyed Final Fantasy Online when it first came out. Before I became a dad, I had actual time to play it, and an expansion came out, and they had the Red Mage class, and I really wanted to try the Red Mage. I think I unlocked it, and then I just don't have time to play it. So I haven't even played Final Fantasy 15. We've just had Final Fantasy 16 come out. Heck knows, when I'm retired, I'll probably be able to play all these games. Yeah, I'm not bad, Anonymous. Oh, yes. So I'm really bad with names. I know where you're from. You were nominated for a Esports Award, weren't you, last year? Esports Journalist Award. So I appreciate you dropping in. You're one of the newer, cooler journalists, right? Cooler journalists than me. Thanks for dropping in. Any stories you're working on? Any things we should, bring up on the stream? Let me know. I've seen there's some. I'm going to come on to a weird LEC story, right? This flag incident that I've just seen. I'm going to talk through that. I know it's not UK specific, but anyway, going back to Ruddy, they turned around this string of losses, and they won the last 4 matches of the season in a row, just about beating Verdant to the post, with 7 wins and 7 losses. Now, I don't know if Sammy's in the chat. I was messaging Sammy before this, but maybe someone can help me with this, because this is something I didn't do my full research around when I did the news quickly. Both Verdant and Ruddy had 7 wins and 7 losses. Now, I'm assuming Ruddy finished above them due to the record between the 2 teams. That's what I'm assuming. I probably should have checked that. There we go. Look, Ruddy, can we see that? No, I can't see it that well. Hang on. Does that change anything? No, it's just how I've got it set up, doesn't it? It's a bit annoying. Hang on a minute. This might fix it. Does that fix it? Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? So you've got Ruddy squeezed in 4th there. You've got Verdant 5th. So they just made it with the last 4 wins of the season. And I think in one of those matches they beat Verdant. So I feel bad for Verdant because they're another good UK org. Just missed out. I think Venom Crest are UK as well. I don't know the Venom Crest team that well, but I think they're UK as well. So we've had a good mix there, haven't we, of UK orgs quite high up. Shame Natives finished near the bottom, although there weren't many wins and losses in it there compared to DMG right at the bottom. But anyway, Lions Creed, I think they were expected to win with some of the players they've got, like Tempt and Cassing. But it was really good to see Ruddy make it through. And then after that, right, after that, they won 2 matches in the playoffs. And then they won, 2 matches in the playoffs. But they actually won 10 individual games in a row, right? I think one of the casters said on the broadcast, because I watched the broadcast back. And I really like what Initialize said. I'll play his clip. In a second. But yeah, I was really happy for Ruddy. I'm looking forward to Ruddy and Lions Creed playing against each other. And actually, on that, for anyone who's in London, I sadly can't make it this Wednesday. I've got the school run the next day. My wife's doing something she's booked this evening, Wednesday evening, so she can't. I can't go because I have to be with the kids. But we've got here an IRL event. This is at New Meta in North London, right near Arsenal Stadium. And yeah, it's going to be a Ruddy versus Lions Creed event, and they're calling it El Nashiko. Don Jake said, if you're in London or close enough to make the pilgrimage, come and have a drink. Let's make UK esports alive again and give EMEA a new corner of the region to talk about. So yeah, the match is going to be played. The playoffs final of the NLC Spring is going to be shown there. So Don Jake said, I'll also be co-streaming it, but further announcements to follow on that. So lovely stuff, and that's got some nice shares there. I've shared that on my Dom Sacco one. I'll share it on Esports News UK in a bit as well. I just want to promote the stream a little bit. Let that tweet get shared a little bit. Okay, let's catch up on the tweets. Hey George, yeah, good, thank you. How are you? I'm better now, mate. I've had a tough couple of weeks with my dad. I was in hospital, but he was discharged the other day and had a procedure, so I'm hoping that's all okay now. Danish says, it's my first time playing it today. Thought I'd prepare for my post-insomnia week off. Yeah, that's good. It's always good to have something to look forward to, I find. When you have a tough bit of work coming up, if I don't know, if I'm away for a week, like when I had MSI last year, for example, I had a holiday that was coming up in, I don't know what it was, July, I think, and I was looking forward to that, right? I know there was still a month or so break, but it was like, it's good to have things to look forward to, right? Even a game and stuff, like a new game coming out, absolutely. And how sad is this? I still haven't finished Cyberpunk, right? I'm playing Cyberpunk at the moment, but I'm a bit of a completionist. So I'm like 80 hours in, and I don't think I'm near finishing the damn thing. But I look forward to playing that when my kids go to bed, and I have a bit of these past sort of 3-4 weeks where I've had a bit of burnout. I've been just chilling out, playing games, not following esports as much in the evenings. It's important to do. Hey Sammy, Ruddy had H2H on us. Yep, I've got it. Anonymotum says, my problem right now is that I'm covering 3 different off-seasons in 3 different games in all regions. I wish I could do bigger stories that let me talk about really important issues, but I have to wait until CS2, Valorant and LoL off-season end. Haha. I have a similar problem, mate. I really do. It's although UK esports is my niche, and that's the area I focus on, there's so many things going on. There's multiple games that I cover there, right? If we have a British champion in Rocket League, I need to do an article on that, right? I might miss the NLC that way. I find it hard enough. I haven't watched the NLC, and I should be watching every NLC broadcast, really, with a site like mine, and I just can't. Maybe I need a volunteer or something, someone in the future to help a little bit. Watch the broadcast. Megalodontus helped me a few years ago and did that stuff, and that was brilliant. So maybe I need to find someone new to help with that. But I have the same problem, because although I'm focused on UK sports, I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, right? I'm covering Rocket League, Valorant, League, EAFC. We've got the ePrem Leagues happening this weekend. I've got all these things I need to be tracking and be mindful of. Who's going to win that? Because I'll have to do a news post on that. I could just stick to UK League, but it's too much. It's like a niche of a niche of a niche. It's too much, too focused, and sadly, not enough people are interested in it. That's changed a little bit, I think, with Ruddy and so on. They're getting people interested in them and the higher tier league interviews they do, and then hey, Ruddy up as well. And they're bringing some of them people into following Ruddy and watching the NLC. But it's, we've had teams like Fnatic in the NLC in the past, haven't we? Misfits, I think, academy team we had in there. The views have never been amazing, sadly, but it is what it is. But good luck with that, and thank you for joining my stream. You're always welcome to share stories and things. You've got a great amount of followers, 75,000 followers. It's Brit. Thank you for following the stream. And you're breaking stories like this, sources stories that I just don't have time to do these kind of stories. I wish I had more time. I've done a few. I broke MSI, come into UK. The LoL Worlds final is going to be in the UK and this and that, but I don't get a lot of time. I'm sitting on a few stories as well, like that sources stories. There's a Valorant one, but all of these roster reporting stuff, I leave that to you guys, right? I leave that to you, the roster reporters. It's not my thing. I don't have the time to do it, especially not as a dad. I'd love to have a team, I'd love to have all that, but I've decided not to go down the investment route. But anyway, I'm waffling a bit, aren't I? So that's the Ruddy thing this Wednesday. Is anyone in the chat going to the Ruddy Lions Creed event? Hi, Crazy. How's it going? If you didn't see that we finished second in EMEA Main. Oh, nice one. No, I didn't see that. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Thank you. Like I said, I've had a tough couple of weeks. But things are looking up a little bit more now. I feel like I may be going out of my burnout phase a bit. Fingers crossed. I need to get out of it quickly, because although I didn't have a sponsor this month, it looks like I might have one for ESL 1 Birmingham in April, which would be really good. That helps me pay my bills. It helps me go to Birmingham. Shame it's a Dota event and not a League event, but I'm hopefully bringing someone with me. Fingers crossed, Wade, who's done a bunch of things for me, aka Aggressive Duck, and he knows Dota a lot better than me. So hopefully I'll be going with him. Maybe a few others. I need to have a few calls this week and sort that out. Which ESEA main is it? Crazy. Was it this one here? March 25th. Is this right? Am I looking at the right thing here? Regular season, playoffs. I don't know if you can see this that well. It might be cut off here. Oh, EU. Okay, that's advanced. Right, 1 second. There we go. Ah, right. Okay, yeah, I did miss that. When did this happen? Let's have a look here. Oh, yesterday. Okay, yesterday night. Well, that's why I haven't seen it yet. I haven't been online much today. I did one article that I timed. Well, congrats to you guys. That's really good. I'm very happy to do something on that. Crazy. Who did I talk to the other week? I spoke to someone from Coalesce at Epicland. I can't remember if it was Michael or someone else I was talking to. And we said we'd have to do an interview. I've still got to get through a backlog of interviews, so I'm still not taking interviews on. But feel free to talk to them if you're in their Discord. If they want to send a few quotes to me on finishing as runner-up and getting to advanced, let me know. So when is this? This is advanced 49, right? Starting 8th of April, is that right? So you're in there with Endpoint. Have I got that right here? Can't see Coalesce. God, there's a lot of teams in here, isn't there? Bloody hell. Yeah, you are in there. Right, okay. How many teams are in here? 71. Have I got that right? Wow. Yeah, that's great. And you've got... So what other UK orgs have we got? We've got Endpoint. Is that about it? I can't see... All the players are TBD, which is annoying. I can't see if there's UK players. I'm sure this will be filled in at some point. Oh, you've got... I don't know what happened there. Crazy. You might have put a link in and I can't see it. It's cast it as spam or something. Yeah, I will definitely do something on that. Just send me... Let me make a note so I don't forget. Oh, where's my pen gone? That's it. You got, and the players got some prize money from that, right? That's not bad, is it? What was it? $2,200 it's saying there. So that's something, isn't it? At least. So that's the Ruddy stuff. That's Crazy talking about Coalesce in ESEA. We've got the NLC final coming up. I'm really gutted I can't make that event, actually. It's really annoying. If it was on Monday or Tuesday, I could have been able to do it. What do I want to talk about next? Oh, 1 second. The team hasn't been together that long. We came third in Epic and second in ESEA. Advanced, the UK orgs are Endpoint, K10, Verdant and Coalesce. Right, okay. I missed them. I'll make a note of that. Thank you, Crazy. I appreciate you giving me all this intel and stuff. Oh, let's get... So there's another story here that I saw, but feel free to fill me in on this. I mean, this isn't a massive story. Wendell Bowes, not the most well-known player in the world, but has played at the ERL level, NLC, been with Verdant, and he said some silly stuff recently. What happened here? Said, I got hacked by a friend... quote unquote, I'm really sorry if my tweets made anyone feel hurt. And then someone's gone here, your Twitch as well, poor fella. What's he saying here? Hello, can you support my tweet? I'm now a female. Someone's gone, don't you support Wendell Bell's decision to be a transgender woman? So I don't know the context here. Wendell Bell said, yes, someone sadly had access to my PC. And they got... God, how have I forgotten what this term is when you get thingied, right? The reply has more likes than the original tweet. Suddenly my grandmother in the heavens got wheels and became a motorcycle clown emoji. So I don't know the full context, but I saw it, and I saw Verdant put out a statement. Ratioed, isn't it? It's ratioed. How could I forget that? My brain, I swear. VCT broke the viewership record. Crazy said, "Is that Masters Madrid?" That's another thing I haven't followed, right? Because we had Fnatic didn't make it there, did they? And our only UK player got knocked out with Heretics, so I haven't been following it after Heretics got knocked out. Oh wow, 3-2. Sentinels beat Gen G earlier today. Oh, that's not long happened, has it? A few hours ago. Wow, that looks really close, that match. So that broke the viewership record, did it? Crazy, you should be doing my job, right? You could be doing journalism as well as social media. You're bringing me all these stories that I don't have time to track with my life and my kids and everything. Where is the official Valorant esports thing? I always forget what it's called. Is it this here, Valorant Champions Tour? Oh wow, literally, okay, 50 minutes ago, Sentinels win Valorant Masters Madrid. I'm guessing you saw that on, is it esports charts, is it? Probably posted about that, I'm assuming. Yeah, there we go. Over 1.6 million peak viewers and becomes the most popular Valorant series of all time. Wow, that's interesting. I guess they are two very big teams, aren't they, as well? You've got Gen G. Although that Twitter handle, Gen G Gold, doesn't have a lot of followers, does it? But the Gen G main account will. Yeah. Wow, Sentinels have got a ton of followers, haven't they? 1 million. Interesting. Average view is really good as well. 670,000. That is brilliant. And that just goes to show you, doesn't it? I do think Valorant is the main esport. If someone's to say to me, I know Counter-Strike is still strong, but I just feel like Valorant has got more of that freshness to it. Although, you know, with CS2, they've made it fresh, haven't they? I think Valorant and Counter-Strike have helped each other. I really do. I don't know. Would we have a Counter-Strike 2 if we didn't have a Valorant? It's hard to say. Possibly. CS is still top, yeah. I just feel, yeah, if you're going by certain metrics, I just feel like Valorant is on the rise. And it just frustrates me as a League of Legends fan, esports fan. I would love to see more Valorant-like stuff in League of Legends. You know, we've got Game Changers, haven't we? The women's tournament in Valorant. We don't have something like that in League. We've had little things. You know, we've had some of the I forget what it's called now. The Northern Europe women's tournaments we've had, like little one-off ones. You know, we haven't had it. It's just the setup is different. Although Riot did say recently, didn't they? Again, this is how long since my last stream, I haven't been able to talk about a lot of this stuff. Yeah, Riot proposes VCT-like model to League of Legends esports teams as it outlines future plans. So the LCS, LEC, LCK teams have received like a proposed model from Riot, and under that model, teams will retain their rights to the slots, but will also be paid a fixed stipend, so some money, and share in revenue from League of Legends esports digital content sales, moving away from sponsorship sales as a main source of revenue. So more revenue share from Riot based on digital content. I think it's only a good thing. I mean, look, how did Dota have the biggest prize pool in esports, or one of the biggest prize pools in esports for quite a few years? They had a great revenue share model, crowdfunding model, didn't they? With the Dota 2, what's it called, Battle Pass or whatever it was. I know it's not so good now. The money's fallen away. But at one point they had a really good crowdfunding. I think publishers have a responsibility to get that right, to get that revenue share right, to get that, what do you want to call it, like a funnel, right? A revenue funnel down to the teams to help make esports more sustainable. If they want their esports to be good, they do need to do that. You know, if we look back, not even that long ago, H2K and teams like that calling out Riot for a better model. We need it, so I hope we get it. But it looks to be working in Valorant, doesn't it? Let's hope. Let's hope for the future. Anyway, there's more on that. You can see that on the site if you want to read more on that. Mirai, how are you? We were just talking about Valorant, the Valorant model, because iCrazy in the chat said the VCT Masters Madrid just set new Valorant esports viewership record, 1.6 million peak viewers. Is that right here? Yeah, over 1.6 million peak viewers, becomes the most popular Valorant series of all time. And I was just saying, I would like to see more. I like what Riot's done with Valorant, with its esports. I want it to do more with League of Legends in that way, And I was just saying, the women's scene in Valorant, I love game changers. I want a League of Legends game changers. We've had a few things in Northern Europe. What was it called? That's going to bug me. What was that thing called? How awful is my memory? Rising Stars, that was it. Rising Stars. We had a few of them, didn't we? But it's not regional and global like Valorant Game Changers in, where you've got EMEA, you've got the American one, and then you've got the global Game Changers event now, the LAN event. I want that in League of Legends, or just, in the setup of Valorant. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, aren't I? MQS says, can we talk about Ruddy yet? MQS, you've missed it. We've chatted about Ruddy. That was top of my agenda, Ruddy, when I started. Actually, I've meandered away from Verdant here. Are you going to the event on Wednesday, MQS? Have you seen the retweet I did? Anyway, just on the Wendell Bow thing. So we're talking about Wendell Bow. Verdant put out a statement saying, we've recently been made aware of some tweets, interactions made by several of our former League of Legends players and staff on various platforms. These tweets do not align with our values and we don't condone this type of behaviour. All involved were no longer contracted with the organisation by the 8th of March. So that implies there's other messages, or Wendell Bow saying his messages were someone had access to his PC or whatever and was typing the messages. I don't know. It's a bit messy. To be honest, it's not the kind of thing that I do articles anymore, unless it was a big player attempt or something like that, or a cassing or something like that. I sometimes don't like to feed into the drama, and obviously Verdant have done the right thing. I don't like to just do articles because I've realised I've done this in the past a little bit. I don't want all my articles on Verdant, or I don't want to do an article on an org about a negative thing and then not cover the small positive stuff they have, right? I'm more mindful of that these days than I was in the past. And yes, I could chase drama and get loads of views and things. I'm just going to turn my heater down. But, especially when I don't have a sponsor on board, like this month, I don't need to chase views. I'm not a journalist that chases views. I try and cover things that I think will be meaningful, positive, interesting. But news is news as well, right? But the news is here, but it's just missing context, right? So I'll be interested in more context. Sammy, maybe we can chat or DM, or I can talk to whoever else. But I don't know other comments he's made, but it sounds like he's gone on a bit of a mad one. And also, I can't remember Wendell Bow's team history. I know he's been in the NLC. Oh God, I've zoomed in a bit too much here. Where's his teams here? Wow, he's been on a lot of teams. Can we see this okay? No, it's cutting it off again, isn't it? Bloody thing. Let's see if we can see that okay. Yeah, there we go. Right, the last... let's have a look here. Meet your makers, my God, yeah, that goes back a bit. Team Singularity, right? This is where I remember Wendell Bow from, I think, Team Singularity, Tricked, Riddle Esports, Riddle again, 2020, Barrage, right? Oh God, that was only 1 month. Astralis Talent, I remember. Because I think Astralis Talent were in the NLC, weren't they, at that time? Rebels Gaming. And then Verdant, most recently, May to September. Right, okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's nice you've put that out, Sammy. Although, was he a streamer for you? Because it says here, streaming NLC Verdant match with Vendetto, former LEC assistant coach for Astralis. So, or has that got nothing to do with Verdant? But it's still good to put the statement out, right? Because people might see, oh, his most recent tweet was with Verdant. What's happened? Most recent team was Verdant. What's happened here? Blah blah blah. MQS says, F off, Dom. I'm sorry for my French, but how could you do this to me? No, I'm not, but I'll probably simply say, what do you mean, how could I do this to you? Yeah, look, I know, so what you could have done, MQS, right? What you could have done is, hang on, let's go out here. If you go here, right, and you go to, hang on, I'm going to probably tweet this after the stream, by the way, this Valorant viewer record. I'm just going to make some notes. If you go here, if you go to Twitter at Dom_Sacco, right, there's a little bell notification there, right, and if you turn that little notification thing on, when I do a tweet like this, hey, I'm going to be on stream again, you'll get it straight away, and then you can just open up the stream on your phone, and you would have seen me chatting about Verdant and the great Ruddy and the great miracle run they went on and all of that stuff. Actually, do you know what? Okay, I will go back to that because I know I'm all over the place. I apologise. I am all over the place. I will go back to it because I was going to look at some of the reaction. I was going to look at some of the reaction to this. So I spoke about the miracle run. I really like Jake's victory winners interview here. I won't play the whole thing, but you can get the gist. Lovely wig, lovely dance moves. He's got Archer on the host, bopping his head. You know, who else does winners interviews like this in ERLs, in League of Legends, in esports in general? I'm not sure many, right? So, props to Jake and the Ruddy lot. Lovely stuff. Yeah, we had some good comments from Wolverine as well, their coach. 10-0 streak, EMEA Masters secured. I got a quote. Also, I don't want to take away from Lions Creed as well. You know, they topped the NLC regular season, and you know they're in the final against Ruddy. This is going to be a great match, isn't it? I will be watching this match online. I promise to watch this one. Okay, I haven't watched much of the NLC season due to my busy life and kids and everything, but I will watch this one. And Lions Creed coach Baguette sent me a comment saying, our focus remains on the final match ahead. We extend our best wishes to Ruddy and their team for a competitive game. We're committed to giving our all and approaching the match with determination and respect for our opponents. Success will come from hard work and teamwork, and we're ready to give it our best shot. So I'm looking forward to this. 2 London teams as well, right? They're not only 2 UK orgs, they're 2 London founded orgs, right? London-based orgs. So I know Lions Creed have some stuff up in Manchester as well, but I still see them as a London org. Cassing, the Lions Creed support player, UK League veteran, also called it. He said, see you in the finals, Ruddy. Alright, so that's before they made it to the finals. So that's all good as well. Cassing on Ruddy would be fun, wouldn't it? I'd love to see Cassing on Ruddy in the future. Mirai says, did you see his tweets? They were acting like weirdos. It was so very bizarre. Mirai, I only saw, this is why I reached out to Sammy before the stream, as Sammy was in the chat talking a little bit. I only saw, where's Wendell Bow gone here? I only saw this one. I got hacked by a friend. I only saw this Twitch one here. So, no, I haven't seen the tweets. I'm guessing they're deleted now, right? He's got no tweets now. Other than these couple, and you know, one in February and then back in December, October. So I don't know what tweets were posted, but I'm guessing they've been saved, right? It's the internet, isn't it? And Wendell Bow's saying someone had access to my PC. So yeah, obviously this isn't good. But if I'm guessing there's other tweets and things as well. Yeah, MQS, I'm glad you're going to send pizzas to the Ruddy Lion Screed event. Sammy says, oh, he was a sub this split. Oh, thanks for clearing that up, Sammy. I didn't know. It's not clear on the... This is why you can't rely on... and listen, I need to remind myself this more. As a journalist, you can't rely on... Liquipedia is great. Fandom, great sites, great volunteer, great people that work for them, great editors. But they sometimes miss things or get things right. It happens, right? It's why you need to check things. Check your facts. Right? I was telling esports students this at the College of Esports the other week, and here I am taking Liquipedia at blooming face value. That's not good. So Wendell Bow was a sub this split. Right, okay. Half other people in Spring's roster involved too. Oh dear, sorry to hear that, Sammy. That's not good, is it? It must be frustrating for you as a an org owner and founder. You get a team together, or you have a manager, coach that gets a team together, and then this happens. It is out of your control to a degree, isn't it? You can have code of conducts and all of that. You can have the best code of conducts in the world. If they get broken, or if they've left, if the players leave straight after, and then you've got to deal with it, deal with the mess. Hey Ventry, how are you? Good to see you in the chat. Hear from you in the chat. I'm not too bad, thanks, mate. I've had a tough couple of weeks. My dad was in hospital. I don't want to keep worries me. He's out now though, but it was pretty tough. I'm at that difficult point in my life where my kids are very young, my parents are very old, and they all need looking after. And my parents are 2 hours away from me, so it's not easy. The kids need to go to school. It's having one kid is responsibility enough. Having three of the little critters is a testing challenge for sure. I'm just making a note based on the Wendell Bow thing. I don't know if I want to do an article on the Wendell Bow thing. I might do. I was still thinking about it. Jamada, how's it going? Hello, Uncle. if I'm Uncle Dom, are you my nephew then, Jamada? How are you doing, mate? Tell me what you've been up to, Jamada. What broadcast? Because I'm just saying I haven't watched many broadcasts this season, unfortunately. I will say, my 7-year-old now, he's really into the LEC now. He loves G2 and he likes Rogue a little bit as well. So, in the G2 Rogue match yesterday, I think it was, we were watching that a little bit, and he wanted G2 to win, but he was still happy that Rogue won. So I don't know where my wife stands with it all, because she doesn't want him playing League, because it's technically a 12, and it's 12 for a reason, and there's things in the game, there's a reason it's a 12, and he's not 12, so he shouldn't be playing the game yet. But I respect all that, but with all due respect, she isn't a gamer as well. And, I actually think watching League is a lot like family friendly than playing it. I let my son play the training thing in the game the other week. Not playing online or anything like that, but it was misfortune, right? The game gives you misfortune, and she's doing some of her quotes and what's the word I can use? Sort of sultry quotes and this and that, and the way she's talking, summoner and all this, and I'm thinking, I don't really want that for my 7-year-old boy. So I can see there are things in the game that some of the skins, some of the characters, maybe some of the abilities and things, but watching it, you don't hear the noises of the champions, do you? I actually think watching it is more family friendly. That's going to be my argument anyway when if my son starts watching LEC more on the TV. Anyway, I'm waffling. Mira says, I have a screenshot someone put in a group chat. Can I post it here? It might not let you. There's auto bots on the Twitch setup. It might not let you. But feel free to put it in the esports. I think you're in the Esports News UK Discord, right? Feel free to put it in there in the general chat or DM me or whatever. By all means, you can try. MQS says fighting games community Liquipedia is one guy and it's great. I will say the Liquipedia FGC stuff is really good. That's helped me out a lot over the years. Ventry says not bad, just got back from work. Are you still doing the bar stuff, Ventry? How's that going? Jamada says yes, you can call me nephew. I was on the LPL yesterday and we'll be returning to the LEC next weekend. Well, I'm gonna, my son's amazed as well when we're watching things, and I've said, he likes the commentary, and I say, oh, that's Medic. I know Medic. I knew him when he was back in UK League, and my son looks at me like, what? Like, he can't understand that I know these people, some of these people on the broadcast and that. So now I've got another name. If we're watching it next weekend, I can say, hey, that's Jamada. I'm going to say that's my nephew. See what he says. MQS says, do not tell your son about who founded G2. Well, that's a whole other story, isn't it? Yeah, he doesn't know anything about, Carlos, management, anything else. He just purely likes, he likes the league team. I think more than anything, he likes the branding. He plays he loves Rocket League, playing Rocket League. He likes the G2 skins in Rocket League, and he likes the G2 Samurai. I got sent, shout out to Nathan Edmonds. Nathan sent me this thing. I find it here. So this little thing here, we all know Stormtrooper, it's like a controller holder thing, right? And Nathan Edmonds sent me a couple. He sent me this one. And he sent me, it was from a company. I can't remember the company's name now. I should probably, there we go. Cable Guys, I think it is. Cable Guys. But he sent me a G2 one as well, that you plug it into your PC for a USB and it lights up. And when my son saw it, he's like, a G2, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I said to him, you can have that if you want. I don't have a lot of room in here anyway. This is a tiny little office. So yeah, again, he was very happy with that. So I think it's the branding he loves about G2. But no, he doesn't need to know about Carlos and all that. Ventry says, it's still bartending. It's going all right. Probably getting some supervisor training. I'd like to move away into something with more upwards potential or esports. Yeah, it's really tough, isn't it, mate? It's really tough. Like I say, when I was talking to college, I've done a lot of talks recently. I did College of Esports, Birmingham Uni. I've got Staffordshire Uni coming up. I'm loving it. I can see myself in the future, if I feel like I'm getting too old for journalism and interviews and that, I can see myself going into lecturing, esports lecturing or esports journalism or sports journalism. I would love to do that kind of thing in the future. And I was saying, it's really hard breaking in at first. I had to, but I said to the students, don't be afraid to work outside of esports. I was at Auto Trader for 2 years, my first job. I don't know anything about cars. I don't know how the hell I got that job to this day. I've worked in the toy industry for a year, but you can get experiences there, get promotions, and then come into the games industry or esports or whatever at a higher level. But everyone's journey is different, right? And I'm old school. So the stuff I did in, work experience 20 years ago, or, when I was 16 or whatever it was, that doesn't always work today, right? The world's changed, careers have changed, haven't they? Hey, Finlo, how's it going? I've got a chat with your friend the other day, this week, Finlo, a couple of days. Thanks for recommending them. They got back to me on Discord, so hopefully that will help. Mirai says, how's being a parent to a gamer child in the era of microtransactions? That is a good question. So on Rocket League, my son's upset actually, and I'm a bit annoyed with Epic Games because he's got Rocket League on his Switch, and with the Switch, Nintendo, it's really good with the family controls, the parental controls. I have an app on my phone. Let's see if I can. It shouldn't say anything here, should it? Yeah, there we go. I have an app on my phone. You'll see the stream running, right? So this is how I see the Twitch chat on my phone. I don't have two monitors. And you have, it tells you, you can't see that well. It will say, played, there we go, 35 minutes played today. And then you can click on it and you can see what games he's played. And it's all really good. You can tell he's not been a good boy recently. my wife took. Oh God, you can't see the screen that well, but it basically says not played, not played, not played. Thursday, Wednesday. Let me see if I can lower this. Let me see if I can lower this light here. Does that work? No, it's still not working, is it? Anyway, it says, it says the days of the week, didn't play, because he's not been grounded, but he's had the switch taken away from him this week. But then you can see like 1 hour 20, 55 minutes, like how long he played that day. 1 hour 30, which is his max. 1 hour, blah blah blah. But anyway, I'm not happy with Epic because he's got the Switch account. When he loaded Rocket League for the first time, it created him an automatic account that he's been leveling up in, right? So I don't want to get rid of that account. But to buy microtransactions, it's not letting me do it. I've got him a gift card. I've tried doing it different ways. I've tried doing it as myself logging in and, trying to... I can't buy him any blooming microtransactions. He don't want to go crazy. He just wants a couple of the G2 skins, and I can't get them. And I can't. I've tried to follow the Epic steps of how to, it's not letting him put money in because he's under a certain age, and it's not letting me do it either. So I'm a bit disappointed with Epic's approach to accounts and that kind of thing through the Switch. So yeah, how's it going? It's frustrating, really. He doesn't want loads of microtransactions. I just can't blooming get them in Rocket League. But I will say, what I do like about this era is all the demos you get on the Switch, and he's just playing loads of the demos. So I'll give you an example. What demos he played? So he loves Pikmin. He played the Pikmin 4 demo to death, and when we got the full game, he's got stuck and hasn't played it much. He just likes playing demos, Kirby, different things. I'm like, well, I'm happy with that because I don't have to spend any money. He can play all the demos he wants. Venture says I might try sending loads of CVs messages to a few people I know, see if there's any apprenticeship. Keep going. I do the. By the way, I want to say this. So this is a good link here. I do the British Esports weekly newsletter, and this is changing. Rebecca Yvonne, thank you for following the stream, Rebecca. I do the British Esports newsletter each week, and this is changing. Where have I put it here? Here we go. I think this didn't get a lot of reception on Twitter, but I do. There's a careers section in this newsletter, and this newsletter, it might be changing from weekly to monthly or fortnightly, with lots of different sections, like what were the top UK esports stories this month, what has British esports been doing this month, here's a profile of someone. And the careers bit, I'm going to bring this up actually. If I just log into my email quickly, I'm going to put this on stream, because you might find it useful, Ventry, because I basically collate a lot of job stuff. There's things people don't see that I do, that are little freelance things. Let me log in here. 1 second. I'm just going to bring it up, the newsletter. There we go. So if I bring this up here, there's nothing in here that's... Why is that? That's strange. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. Right. 1 second. Let me try and bring this up here. Yeah, can you see that okay? Okay. Ignore the highlights. I don't know why it's done that. It's because I've searched for British esports on my inbox. It's highlighted all the esports stuff. But yeah, education and jobs. So there we go. I collate all this stuff, right? So there's some new jobs here. Wiltshire College and University Centres seeking a lecturer in esports. Epic Land's hiring a partnerships executive. And I'm putting the links through to those job posts, right? Some are on LinkedIn. Some are on Hitmarker. Some are on the actual website of the employer. Epic Land here, 25k a year, partnerships executive. That's a great sort of role in esports that could lead on to other things, the esports awards are on the lookout for a social media content creator. You know, I think okay, this job listing expired 2 days ago, so that's gone sadly. But you know, keep an eye. Go on. I'm sure you are right on Hitmarker. The two things I look for when I pull this together is the esports category, obviously, but then you get a lot of these that are abroad as well, right? You know, it's this EA in China, in EA Sports FC Pro, how viable is it to move to China, right? If you've got your friends and family here, you know, you've got a few of these other roles. And then the other one I look for, if you just want a job starting in the games industry, is location. I just go to UK. Whoops. And then you've got a lot here that are, you know, broader jobs, Codemasters. These are like dev jobs though, you know, like a game tester. Game testing and QA is one of the best roles to go into, to break into the games industry, because you can work your way up at a games developer, or big games company, PlayStation here in Liverpool. What a cool entry sort of role. This is entry here, 0 to 1 year's experience. What a great opportunity that is, you know, working for PlayStation. And in QA, that can lead to other jobs. You know, you can become a manager in QA. You can move across to design. You can move into writing. You can move into whatever, customer support, whatever, community management. You know, you get your foot in the door. I know this isn't esports, right? But like I say, I think working in the games industry, even outside of esports, is great, because it will help you transition to esports, right? And you can be that person on the team that is the esports person, you know, that will go on about the LEC or this and that, and you'll become known in your team, and then your boss will realise it. Something comes up, something else on PlayStation. They do a esports thing, don't they? What's that platform they have?
What have you done? You naughty person.
Rebecca, thanks very much for subscribing. Hello, Rebecca. I appreciate that a lot. And now I'm intrigued, because I had a sub earlier, and I asked that person, do you know me from, you know, have you followed me for long? Have you followed Esports News UK for long? I like to know my readers. I like to get to know, you know. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. Venture says, either that, consider going back to uni to get a degree in marketing or finance. Don't want to go back to studying that. No, if you've done a degree, Venture, if you've done a degree, you got to ask, you know, how much value are you going to get going back doing another degree or doing another course? You know, my wife's got a degree. She's gone back, done some other things, like teaching, forest school training. She's done a mix of things. She's got loads of qualifications. At some point, you don't need to keep doing it, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot. You did venture, didn't you? You were at Staffordshire, weren't you, with Sarah? Am I right? Yeah. I did mine in Israel. Yeah, I know who you are. I just couldn't remember where you studied for some stupid reason. But yeah, PlayStation. Welcome to the home of PlayStation Esports on YouTube. What the hell is that? With pro player interviews. I've never seen that before. Anyway, there are some PlayStation... Introducing PlayStation Esports. I don't even remember this stuff here. PlayStation Esports YouTube channel launches. I thought they had another thing. I thought they had a... This is it here. Sony acquires Repeat, continuing PlayStation's esports expansion. I don't know what they're doing there with that. But anyway, right, I'm just using it as an example. I'm going off on a massive tangent. I might send this to one of my friends, actually. I've got a friend who wants to break into the games industry. I think this is quite a good little role here. Yeah, but, you know, check that once a week, Ventry. Hit markers, very good to check. But anyway, yeah, and feel free to sign up to this newsletter. I think you can sign up to this newsletter if you go on the British Esports website and then scroll down. There we go. It's at the bottom of the homepage. Keep up to date with British Esports. You can sign up to it there. So I put that together each week. You know, Rockstar Games is hiring in Scotland. How cool would that be? Working on GTA 6 or whatever. Epic Games. The games industry annoys me. It really does. Riot did this, didn't they, the other week? Epic Games have just laid off how many people? Right, and look how many people they're hiring again. I know you always need to hire and this and that when you're a big company, but it's annoying. That annoys me. You know, how many people have been laid off and then reapplied to a slightly different role and got back? You know, what a waste of all that difficulty you've got of that person losing their job and then having to redo all that nonsense. You know. Anyway, I'm becoming a bitter old man, aren't I, in this industry. I went on a massive tangent there. I can't remember what were we talking about, Ventry, before you started talking about CVs. Ventry says, I'd love to work in the games industry, but don't have any of the relevant skills. It's hard, isn't it? I mean, if you look at, were you at Staffs Uni at the same time as Jacob Atrox? You know, he's really pushed himself, hasn't he? And he's done really well with the VMix stuff. Is it VMix? I think. You know, it's hard to do that. But is there an area? We've had this chat in person, haven't we? About areas you could get into. So anyway, that's when we were talking about Wendell Bow, weren't we? Oh yeah, on the British Esports thing, we've got anyone needs a new headset, and if anyone's already reading the newsletter, we want feedback on the newsletter. So you can see this on my Twitter. Just scroll down and find this tweet. If any of you do get the newsletter and you want to give feedback, because we want to change the newsletter and improve it, one respondent. It's only a 2-minute survey. It's a short one. One respondent will receive a headset from courtesy of Alienware. What else did I want to talk about? Insomnia. Insomnia is happening next week, isn't it? And we've got the Oxbridge Esports Varsity. I can't believe there's been 11 of these things. This is its 11th year of the Oxford versus Cambridge University Esports Varsity. Who would have thought that? I remember writing about that back in like 2015 and thinking it was new. But it wasn't even new back then, right? It's still been going for 2-3 years. So yeah, and what I like about this year's varsity is we've got some of the matches at Insomnia Gaming Festival. So you've got Overwatch 2, Rocket League, CS2, League of Legends and Valorant. And you've got Overwatch and Rocket League at Insomnia next Friday, 29th of March, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. And then the Red Bull Gaming Sphere in London is hosting the CS2, League of Legends and Valorant matches in the day, 11 a.m, 2 p.m, Saturday and Sunday. Actually, so that's a week away, isn't it, after that, right? So those the Insomnia one's next Friday, and then the other matches are the week after, so 2 weeks from now. But I really like this, that they're getting decent venues supporting this collegiate varsity. This is great. Thanks to Samir for sending me this from Oxford Uni Gaming Society as well. So I've got all the details in here. There's a discount on tickets to Insomnia for students as well, courtesy of NSE. Shout out to NSE. And yeah, there's some discounts and bits there. But also, there's a lot. Is anyone going to Insomnia in the chat? Because there's a lot going on next week. Where did I put the link here? Hang on. Where have I put the link? Here we go. So we've got a bunch of things happening there next week. There's the Valorant Women's Cup returning with EE and Giant X. You've got Overwatch 2 returning. LAN trading card tournaments are taking place for the first time in, I think there's a Pokemon one. Where is it here? There's a lot. It looks like there's a lot going on at Insomnia next week. I'm kind of gutted I'm missing it. I can't afford to go. It's too expensive for me. I don't have a sponsor in this month. College of Esports are there. There we go. Pokemon trading card game tournament and a Magic the Gathering one are happening. But there's some other stuff's been announced over the last week, which I just want to mention here because there's a lot going on. Obviously, we've got the Opens, right? We've got the Valorant iSeries Open. We've got Overwatch 2. We've got CS2. That's a 5K one. League of Legends 3K. Rocket League 2K. there's casual tournaments. So there's a bunch of things announced here. NSE have got their British University Esports Championship Spring 2024 finals taking place there. They've got a Scan Invitational happening, battle against fellow uni students and alumni in Overwatch 2 across 2 days. We've got a Call of Duty show match happening here with a bunch of creators. Team I'm Angelica, formerly of London Royal Ravens. RIP the London Royal Ravens. They're now North Carolina Ravens, are they? And Team Lady Gut. And Lady Gut won a Rising Star streamer competition. If you Google that, actually, I think, am I right here? So I did an article on this, I think. There we go. Yeah, Red Bull reveals 7 of the UK's best up-and-coming streamers, with Lady Gut named the winner. Wow, that was a year and a half ago already. Bloody hell. But anyway, yeah, they've got a show match happening there. This looks pretty good. Who have they got here? Team Angelica. You got the players there, and then you got Team Lady Gut. So I'm guessing that will be on a stage, right? The 2 teams will face off in the COD Modern Warfare 3 show match live on the I-72 esports stage, Saturday 30th of March from 11 a.m. So you've got that. You've got casual tournaments as to be expected. You've got a 100-seater Battle Royale bunker featuring Fortnite. I think they've had that before. Daily tournaments, yeah. And then you've got esports orgs there, right? Endpoint are going to be there. You've got what have I done here? Oh yeah, sorry. You got Into the Breach there. Into the Breach have got a cosplayer dressing up as the sort of knight, the Into the Breach knight mascot. That's really cool. I look forward to seeing how that looks when it's finished. And then you've got Endpoint there, Endpoint CEX booth, Rocket League and CS2 challenges. You've got Endpoint's Counter-Strike 2 team are going to be there as well. You can take on and take down our pro gamers in a series of challenges. That sounds cool. The LAN final for Division 1 of the UKIC, which Endpoint runs, will also be there Friday 29th of March. I will have to do a round recap article on all of this, the winners and stuff. I usually do that as well from Insomnia. Content creators and personalities at I-72 as well. There's a lot there. We've got the voice of Shadowheart. Any Baldur's Gate fans and players in the chat? I still haven't finished that game, but I have been enjoying it. Shadowheart voice actor Jennifer English is going to be there in the meet and greet zone, and Aliona Baranova, the performance director for Baldur's Gate 3, and the voice behind Karina the Squirrel in the game is going to be there as well. I know that's not esports, but it's all gaming stuff, isn't it? You've got Pyro Cynical there, Jelly Slogo, High Rollers, Session Zero. There's a bunch of other guests. I don't know, it seems to be more guests this time. When I'm looking at this list here, Spiffing Brit, there's a lot of creators here. Yazbay's cosplayer's done some League cosplay. Rage Darling does the World of Warcraft stuff and the D&D stuff. There's a whole mix of people. Too many for me to know, but there's a few that I recognise in there. You're always going to get some popular content creators and so on. That cosplay's cool, isn't it? That's the Captain America, or whatever. Is it Captain Carter? I think the Marvel thing. Yeah, loads of content creators. Zoe Nova, I know a little bit. Yeah, there's too many to name, isn't there? But and then you've got College of Esports there as well. They've got their education zone. College of Esports are, of course, a uni degree course in London. I think I've been impressed. I was a little bit doubtful when they were first announced, but really impressed with their facilities, lecturers, students. They did a little podcast with me recently, which is dropping soon, after I did a talk there to their students the other week. So and their London Legion sort of esports brand, esports teams will be attending as well and exhibiting at Insomnia. So there's a lot going on at Insomnia. So I'm gutted I'm missing it. I'm probably not there this week. But yeah, good luck. Have fun to everyone who's going. Right, hang on. Let me catch up on the chat here. MQS said Natural, the varsity has spread into esports. Yeah, 100%. And the fact that esports varsity has been going for 11 years, MQS, that amazes me. Finlo says, I'll be there. So you'll be there with the College of Esports stuff. Shout out to Finlo, one of our top supporters of our Esports News UK events. I really appreciate all your support, Finlo. Actually, there was a whole separate article here on the College of Esports website about what they're doing. There'll be staff and students, bespoke virtual set software. Games design students will be there, showcasing their newly developed game World War Fruit. That sounds interesting. In the Indie Zone over the weekend. And you can play the demo of World War Fruit. Finlo, do you know what World War Fruit is? It sort of sounds like a cross between Fruit Ninja and a World War FPS game. And London Legion will be taking part in the tournaments with the League of Legends team aiming for a win. Have I seen you're in that League of Legends team, Finlo? Why am I not following London Legion? I thought I was following London Legion. You've got London Legion Halo. Reached the semi-finals of University Halo League. Well done. And then you've got... you've got more uni stuff here, haven't you? London Legion placed third in that one. I'm sure this is quite active, isn't it? Who's doing the socials? Is that the chap I met the other day, Finlo, doing these socials? He's doing a good job, isn't he? Tweeting, probably 5 to 10 times more than I tweet on Esports News UK. Wow, there's a lot of tweets over here from yesterday. I saw a meme tweet about you, Finlo, I think, training for League of Legends. There I am there. That was a good talk there. Thank you to Dom from EN UK for joining us to inspire students with your achievements. That's very kind. Yeah, that was a nice, a good bunch of students. Who am I thinking of? Was it this guy, the social media? No, it's this guy here. I've forgotten his name now. I think it was this guy. Actually, no, I could be wrong. Oh, I'm getting confused now. Yeah, my boomer brain. It was one of these two that does socials, I think. There's Finlo there. MQS says, the most important question, is Blanks running the servers? I don't know. I don't know if he is or not. He was unlucky with all that stuff. He was a bit unlucky. Denish says, do you not apply for an industry pass or is it the hotel? Yeah, Denish, it's the hotel. It's getting there. The travel's not too bad, actually. It's the drive is about 2.5, 3 hours for me, and I have a small, oldish car, so the petrol isn't too bad. But it's the hotels and the food that adds up, and the travel. It all adds up. For me, a whole weekend at Insomnia, if I'm looking at like 4 nights or so, what we're doing, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, about 4 nights. It's probably at least 500 quid. And when you've got, like I have, mortgage, 3 kids, bills, food shopping, crazy cost of living, 500 could go. It can't even go that far, to be honest, with food shopping in a month. So it's pretty tough. When I have a sponsor and I have a coverage partner for Insomnia, that's great, because then I can use some of that to go there, and then some of it to pay my bills and so on. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to. I have had conversations with Insomnia a little bit and a few other brands, but it hasn't happened this time. But like I say, I might be getting something in for Dota next month. The other thing, Denish, as well, is Easter holidays this Thursday. I'm at that age, I want to spend time with my kids and stuff, So maybe I should have reached out to someone. Hey, do you want to cover Insomnia for me? But I don't really like looking for volunteer. I don't like the whole not paying people things. The only time I use volunteers tends to be when people come to me and say, Dom, I've seen your stuff. Is there anything I can help with? I'm happy for the experience, blah, blah, blah. And then they also meet some of my criteria around, have they got a bit of journalism experience or hunger and stuff like that, But I will say, I was talking to Governor, who is a former League of Legends. Why is he not appearing there? Hang on. happened here? Raise your governors. Where is he? There he is. Right, for some reason the governor wasn't appearing. But the governor's going to be there in the middle there, and he might do a little guest article recap on the League of Legends stuff. Right, so, yeah. So I will have something from him, hopefully. But yeah, long answer to your question. Hey, Cal from SAF Esports, how's it going? Looking forward to it, cracking lineup. Are you going to be... are SAF there? Or you call yourself SAF, don't you? Are SAF there, Cal? What are you doing there at Insomnia? Thanks for joining the stream this late on a Sunday night. Stu's there, is he not? Which Stu, Ventry? Finlow says, yeah, Big Man Costa's running the show. I'm playing there with the league team, that's it. Oh, Rebecca Von helped make the game. Right, okay, the Halo Uniland went really well yesterday. Right, so is this... I don't... I'm guessing that's not you, Rebecca. Fashion student living and working in New York City. No. I'm guessing you were tagging Rebecca on Twitch there, Finlow. I did mention the fruit game, I think, in my coverage here. Yeah, I've mentioned World War Fruit. There you go. You got some press coverage, Rebecca. Thank you for the sub, by the way. You've got some press coverage, right, on Esports News UK here, World War Fruit. But that is thanks to whoever wrote this. I'm assuming it was Bryony that wrote this at College of Esports, right, that mentioned the World War Fruit. I want to see more about your game. Is it a competitive game? Could it have esports in the future? I want to know more about this World War Fruit game. What happens if I Google it? There's Fruit War. I'm guessing it's not Fruit War. You've got College of Esports. I'm surprised my site hasn't come up there, actually, typing in... because this stuff isn't relevant here about Roblox, is it? I'm surprised my site hasn't appeared. It might be because my article is all about insomnia. So it's not recognising the keyword. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Oh, Stu, sorry, yeah. Eventually said, Stu's there, is he not? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got confused there. Stu from the lecturer, one of the lecturers, right, at College of Esports. Oh, Cal, I'm attending on the Friday, having some fun. I hope you enjoy it, Cal. Yeah, there seems to be a lot going on there. Jack, how are you? Jack, I'm looking forward to our chat soon. I feel bad for you, Jack, because we've had all the Valorant Masters Madrid. I wasn't able to get a sponsor in this month. How's it been, Jack? Did you go out there? How was it? And also, Finlow, has that uni, the Halo uni thing, finished now then? Dome Defenders came out on top after an intense match. Right, okay. London Legion placed third. If you want me to update my article, Finlow, right, I probably wouldn't do a whole separate article. I didn't watch the final and stuff. But if you want me to update University Halo League, one second. Again, I'm a bit worried about Google. I was talking to someone the other day at one of the other big sites, right? One of the big news publications in gaming and esports. And I was just saying, hey, how's it going? I won't say who it is because it was, private conversation and they might not want people to know. But I was saying, how's it going? And they were like, not great, to be honest, Dom. Google's, cracked the bed again with its blooming algorithm updates. And I'm telling you here, I've typed in University Halo League. Okay, yeah, you've got University Esports Null, yep, that should all be up there. But articles and news publications and authorities should be quite high. It's not very high, considering I only wrote that article 2 months ago. So Google is faffing about again with its algorithm and news algorithm, where I've just noticed that, right, where I've Googled it the last couple of things. But yeah, and it's not, you'd think, oh, it's because you're a smaller site, Dom. No, the big boys get affected by this stuff too. They've been really hit hard in March, this contact of mine I was talking to. So I don't know what's going on with Google. It really annoys me, to be honest, that you have to do all this algorithm nonsense. You know, Google should go by the keywords and all this stuff. You've got to change things on your site every now and then. I can't be bothered with it, you know. But I'm very much a site where people who follow the site care about it, right? If they care about my stuff, they'll follow it. I don't aim for loads of Google traffic. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again, aren't I? But if you want me to update this article, Finlo, and repost it, right, with the winner, I'll happily do that. Like the winner tweet and just a bit of detail on who won, you know, Durham. I'm happy to do that. Just feel free to DM me or whatever. Oh, sorry, hang on, I'm way behind here. Right, Rebecca's not on Twitter, that's okay. Oh, it's a hack and slash type game. Oh, that sounds good. I like hack and slashes. Although, you know, I don't play a lot of them these days. But I like, when I think hack and slash, I think of Devil May Cry. I'm old enough to remember when the original Devil May Cry came out. This is going to make me feel old. I'm going to try and guess when did the first Devil May Cry game come out? I reckon I was about 14 when that came out. So I reckon that came out 1999. What are we thinking, chat? Devil May Cry original. And this makes me feel old because some of you wouldn't have been born back then. Let's have a look here. I'm going 99. Oh, 2001. I was a couple of years out. Okay, 2001. That I absolutely loved that game when that first came out, Devil May Cry. And there was another game on the PS2 called Onimusha, I think it was. I'm surprised they didn't. Onimusha, that was it. Tim Tarm, thank you for following the stream. Onimusha, that was it. That was a really good game. Look at that, 94% like this game. Why have they not done newer ones? Well, maybe they obviously have. Onimusha Warlords. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. Anyway, I know this is nothing to do with esports, but I'm just talking hack and slash and stuff. So yeah, World War Fruit hack and slash game. Where have I've lost my train of thought here now. Oh, you didn't go to Madrid in the end. Oh, sorry about all that, Jack. It was a really unlucky timing as well with all the stuff I was going through. Finlay said it's finished now. I'll ask Reed if he wants to send you an update. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks. The VOD from yesterday's still up if you feel like having a look through. I wish I had the time to look through VODs. I really wish. I could skim through it, couldn't I? Tim says, thank you for the London Legion follow, Dom. I feel bad I wasn't following you guys. It might be that I'm following you because I have this issue, right, where I have the Esports News UK account and then I have my account, right? I've tried to make my followers. I still need to cull a lot of people I follow because there's a lot of like old accounts, dead accounts, people from the blooming motor industry and toy industry from when I was a journalist in those sectors ages ago. I still need to unfollow some people, but it might be that I follow you on Dom Sacco, but yeah, I should have been following you already, to be honest. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at retweeting and following on Twitter anymore. I should be looking at people who are following me, right? And I should be following them back, really. I don't do that so much. Rebecca, thank you for following. And I will say one of the things for me following people as well is frequency of tweets. If someone's, you know, talking a lot about UK sports regularly, I will probably give them a follow. But, you know, I don't follow. When I started Esports News UK, I was very like, I want to grow the channel, I want to grow the Twitter. So I would look at everyone that followed me and then I would try and follow lots back. I don't do it now, right? I'm just not following people back. That's not very good of me, is it really? But I will say I've got a someone hopefully helping in the summer. Someone wants to do an internship with me, and they're interested in social media, like a voluntary internship, and they're doing a degree. They're interested in social media, so I would like for Esports News UK, right? I'm woefully underperforming on in terms of the potential of what a UK sports news site should be doing, right? I know I've had a bit of a rest this month, so it's a bit of a different one, but I'm MSI last year I was happy with what I did at MSI, but we don't get MSI every month. I want to I don't want to just be sharing news articles and things, right? I know some do okay, but I want to. They don't, not that well compared to big publications. But I would like to be doing things like on this day 5 years ago. Whatever, Fanatics Academy team won the NLC, right? Or you don't even have to reshare the article. Get pictures, I want to do those kind of tweets about UK sports. And I want to do interactions with people, right? So if I'm seeing a post from Ruddy, I want to respond with Esports News UK doing something, not just a haha this is great, not just a meaningless reply, but all that stuff. Hopefully that the intern can do some of that stuff and just leave me to do some of the news. I would love to have a team, I really would, but you have to pay teams. Thank you, Finlow. Great stuff, Tim. Yeah, in terms of the socials yesterday for University Halo, I'm very happy with how the socials turned out. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really impressed, yeah. And London Legion and the university stuff, you're doing really well. So, I think there's some great students on the College of Esports course. Enjoy it. This stuff you're doing, this London Legion stuff, right, that is your own thing, it's almost extracurricular, isn't it, in a way? I'm sure you'll be using some of this stuff on some of your modules or whatever, and assignments, but you just do all this extra stuff you can do. It just looks amazing on your CV. If you can say, I helped manage London Legion for whatever, 2 years, 3 years while I was at uni. Here are some of our big achievements. We received this many views across, you might not get tons and tons of views at uni esports level. Add them up, what did you do in a year? You got however many tens of thousands of whatevers, and impressions. Add all of them up and do all that stuff. Employers love to see that stuff on CVs. Yeah, all of this stuff, videos. I don't do enough clips. I've been quite happy with my growth on TikTok over the past year from MSI and beyond. And I share clips and things and native clips on TikTok, but I don't do it much on Twitter, and I should. Anyway, I'm waffling again, aren't I? There were a few things I wanted to talk about before I end this stream. I know it's late. I'm amazed I've still got 8 viewers, to be honest, this late. We're talking about Ruddy. Oh, yeah, so ePremier League. I want to talk about this LEC flags drama, but I want to see who's won. Usually I get a press release in my inbox. Okay, this has just happened here. Which team is this? Matthias Bonanno. Oh, Man City. Oh, Man City. I'm happy for Tex. I don't know Matthias as an Argentine player. I'm happy for Tex because Tex hasn't, I don't think, has won a lot of big things in FIFA/EAFC in recent years compared to what he did when he broke into the scene. He was winning big tournaments left, right, and centre. So I'm happy he's won another ePremier League, another tournament. I think he's actually a Liverpool fan. He did represent Liverpool in the past, but Man City have won the ePremier League. There we go. I need to do an article on that because I like to cover UK stuff. It's the Premier League, it's UK. I'm just happy Tottenham didn't win. If Arsenal can't win, I don't want Tottenham winning, and Tottenham lost last year in the final to Leeds. So yeah, ePremier League, I will do something on that. Oh, I've just given myself so much work doing this blooming stream tonight. I will do something on ePremier League. I'll hopefully have a press release. I usually get press releases from ePremier League. And yeah, this LEC flags drama. Who saw this stuff? Who can fill me in on this? Because I haven't had loads of context. Let me see here. What did I like earlier? This one here. Oh, and I've missed that. And I should update my Insomnia. I don't know if have we had casters announced for Insomnia? We've got host announced here. Shout out to Damp. So yeah, I need to update that really. One second, I will talk about this. Let me just see if there's Insomnia casters have been announced. So Zoe Nova's doing Insomnia 72 highlights. Wow, okay, there's an Escape from Tarkov LAN tournament as well. There's loads of stuff going on, isn't there, at Insomnia? I need to update this more. Red Bull Creator Hub. Is Deanish still in the chat? Deanish, if you're there, do you have got all Challenge the Army stuff? There's a lot of announcements going on, isn't there? And this is a challenge. Whoever the social media person is for Insomnia, keeping up with all this stuff. Do you know when the casters announcements will be? Because they're usually very late here. Social hosts, Salt and Sunpea. The stage schedules come out. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on, isn't there? I should update my article with this, really. You got the cosplay stuff as well. Yeah, right. I'm up to speed with this now. Wow, there's a lot of stuff on there, isn't there? I've lost where my train of thought was now. Yeah, I mentioned the Premier League. Yeah, the flags thing. Right, hang on. Let me go back to the chat. Oh, Finlay says we peaked 798 viewers yesterday with 495 average. That's brilliant for UK Uni Esports. Halo. Oh, Dina says next week. Not sure on the date. It's late because some talent take a long time to send me a headshot. Oh, yes. That's the bane of my life sometimes as well, Dinish. You know, I'll be wanting to do an article of someone and I'll be waiting for an image. Hey, do you have that image yet? Like, I'll give you an example. This story, I'm a bit annoyed with the armed forces. Because they recognise esports as official, Ministry of Defence has recognised esports as a military sport, right? That's good for a few reasons. You know, mainstream recognition, getting people in the military doing this stuff on a more official level, blah blah blah. Like, this news is old now, and when they sent me this stuff, I was like, you know. Okay, great. Like, do you have a press release? Because I've seen this is on forces.net. Yeah, or I can use some of this on forces.net and just write it up, do my own thing. And they're like, oh no, that's a forces.net article. It's like, understand news. This old now. This is old. And I'm still waiting for them to get some things over to me that they sent. And I've chased them. Like, that stuff happens in journalism that annoys me. And yeah, it happens with you, right, as well. It happens with tournament organisers. You're waiting on headshots, you're waiting on this and that, and hey, some people laugh in Twitch chat sometimes where you're watching a league, you're watching an esports broadcast, and the picture of the player is just a silhouette, right? It never surprises me. Some people might go, oh, they didn't even get pictures. You try and get pictures out of some people, you try getting info and things out of some people, right? I can imagine league players as well. Good luck getting things out of them. You know, like, hey, you need to send this and that and these images. Yeah. Anyway, ranting again, aren't I? Yeah, no worries. But feel free, like, Dinish, feel free to, like, DM me and stuff. Because sometimes I miss these announcements. You know, feel free to DM and I can retweet. Or I can add to my article and repost and stuff like that. You know, it's just useful info to have. Yeah, the flags thing then. I'll talk about the flags being... I mean, Are there any I haven't even spoken about the news on my site, have I? A lot of it is SEO stuff. Some of this is a little bit old now. I've spoken about Ruddy. Some of this is, googly SEO stuff. This was a good one here. I quite like this. Project Harmony, Rainbow Six Siege Women's League, with some big names involved. Jessica, Kitty and a few others. And actually UK-based person helped set this up, Sanjaya Phillips, and there's some quotes from Sanjaya and all about the league and this and that. There's some fun clips from Jesco and stuff. There's some UK players in there. Anything else I want to talk about before the flag stuff? We've got the Beacon Valorant Spring Season details, and actually that's the last Beacon Northern Europe Valorant grassroots tournament before they're going to be changing things. So I wonder how they're going to be changing that. We spoke about the Riot thing. New esports BTEC's coming. Richard Lewis returned to the deck. I haven't been watching the Copenhagen Major. Who's been watching that? Richard Lewis is back. Red Bull Kumite. This is all old news now, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really need to talk about this. Reason Gaming launched a new tournament site. Halo Major. Actually, I think I spoke about this on stream. I think I've already spoken about this one. Yeah, I think I have. Twickenham Stadium for the Halo Major, May 31st to June 2nd. Yeah, I've spoken about that. Yeah, this flags thing. Who's followed this? This has got over 500,000 views. My friend is at the LEC studio with this sign. It says "Be Proud Gamers." When they saw the sign on broadcast, the whole security team came over and told them that's not wanted here. What a nice way to make queer people feel safe and wanted in this community. And they also said, note that during Pride Month, these signs were somehow welcome in the studio. We can see how earnest Pride Month is for the LEC, I guess. Not sure I even want to set another foot in the studio after hearing this. But the person did get the sign back. He got the sign back and an apology. Thanks everyone for your reactions and especially Shocks and Law. So I don't know what again, I don't have context. Maybe someone else has done an article on this. I did see... there we go. I saw James Fudge of the Esports Advocate said, I wrote this thing for the newsletter on the minor incident where a fan's sign was taken away and given back while at LEC studio, and if Riot's policies are in line with other professional sports leagues. So we've got this here on this LinkedIn thing here. Hang on a minute. Riot has a policy on signages. There's a few quotes here. Yeah, James raises a point, that kind of thing is going to receive a ton of public backlash and will ultimately erode goodwill to fans or LGBTQ+. But says, fans should know, professional sports has much stricter policies on signs, banners and flags. And League of Legends, fan-focused entertainment is generally in line with just about everyone else. And James goes on to compare some of the rules with like the National Basketball Association, this and that. But I will say, right, I've been to Arsenal and there's all kinds of flags around the stadium. All kinds of flags. There's like, gay Gooners flag with the rainbow flag. There's, there's national flags around the place, like Maltese Gooners, whatever. Italian Arsenal fans, like there's all signs, all kinds of signs all around the place. So I think the fact that, I think it's a fact, I haven't done research, I just saw it recently, but I'm trying to see if there's national, USA Cycling, right? You can't have flags of a national origin. I don't like that, right? I think we should be allowed to have national flags in a studio. LEC national flags. Because there was a hoo-ha recently at the LEC, wasn't there? Country representation at Worlds. No, I can't find it. We've seen esports tournaments, haven't we? Where the winner, right, will have the flag of their country behind them when they've won a tournament. I'm pretty sure we've seen that on LEC or Worlds or whatever else. If the players can have national flags, why can't we fly national flags in the audience? I can probably think of why. Right, there'll be certain countries that might not be wanted, this and that and the other, with geopolitical stuff going on. I get it, but I just think it's sad that you can't go to the LEC. Say we had an amazing new British player that was winning everything, and you can't bring a flag of the UK with you or whatever else, right? Because I think someone said in one of these comments here, French fans, K-Corp fans that brought the French flag or something weren't allowed to bring it into the LEC. Someone said here, no flags are allowed in the studio. Is it hard to follow the rules? They don't want any politics there. Oh dear, there's some not very good comments in this thread, is there? Here, not very pro diversity comments. I don't really want to. I think it's a shame that there's no flags allowed in the LEC studio. I know the LEC studio is smaller than bigger arenas and that, but that's a shame. I think. Finlo says, I've just done a bit of digging and I think our UHL LAN yesterday might be the highest viewed broadcast ever in UK uni esports. Wow, that's something, Finlo. Yeah, I mean, if you can somehow verify that, the only way, feel free to send me more numbers. I can always go to Null and NSE. But, I know Null have done some big ones. I think they've had some big tournaments because they've worked on other broadcasts outside of like the Null Amazon, or the uni esports stuff, UK uni esports stuff. Anyway, I think I've waffled enough, don't you, everyone? I'm losing a few viewers, so I think I'll call it a night on this stream. I'm really happy to be on stream. I feel like I've got a little bit less burnout now. Oops, I don't want to open Photoshop. What am I doing? I feel like I've got a little bit less burnout now. Even though I'm still busy, always busy, but doing my best with what I can. And hopefully I'll be at SL1 Birmingham. I don't think I'm going to make Insomnia just for the money reasons, but I will cover. I'll do a post-event thing. I'll try and tune in for some of the streams, some of the finals. We always get some fun clips and team names and things like that from Insomnia. And maybe I'll be there for the September one. I'm gutted as well. They haven't done like a League of Legends or Valorant community meetup. That might have, made me want to go. I wanted to do a pre-Insomnia event. I've been talking to Belong Arenas. I was going to do a little League 1v1 thing, and get a sponsor on board, have a little cash prize, just make it fun as a lead up to Insomnia. But I couldn't get a sponsor, so yeah. Okay, thanks, Finlo. Dina says, Null had Twitch front page for a few tournaments while I was there. Yeah, so that will help. Did you have front page, Finlo? Because those numbers you were saying, that does sound like it could have been. Yeah. Right, thanks everyone. Thank you for the 2 subs today. Rebecca, Yvonne, and Drazzy. That was it. Drazzy004. Thank you very much for your subs, all your support. I had a little Twitch payment come in the other week because I think you have to hit £50 to get a payment come in, and I hit one the other week, so I appreciate that. That disappeared very, very fast with my kids and my food shopping and all these, but yeah, I appreciate it. It's lovely, and I like to do these streams and talk to you all. It's just got a super chill chat and everything, and I appreciate it all. Oh, I feel really bad. Anonymotum subscribed with Prime. That didn't come through. I didn't get the alert. I don't think I got that alert. I need to DM them to thank them. Okay, yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good evening, have a good week ahead, and I'll see you all soon. You're welcome, Finlo. Thank you for all your support. I look forward to seeing the podcast. I'll drop that a share when it comes out. Lovely stuff. See you all soon, everyone, and take care. Till next time.